Today's the last day of Chapter 3, Season 1, and Season 2 starts tomorrow. Downtime is at 3 a.m., so I'm pulling an all-nighter. But before the season closes up, I would like to do something different. I want to review this season. I played a lot of Fortnite. I played 100 games in Greasy, 100 games at Covert, and trust me, there was a lot more, and I think I have the knowledge to review this season. This might even become kind of a tradition every season. You know, I Talk Fortnite does his skins reviewed every season. I think I'll do everything reviewed well, not skins, but I want to review the season in total. So, there's going to be some stuff that goes into this. So, first of all, it's going to be a ranking system out of 4 sections, and then I'll do kind of a bonus section at the end. Out of each section, we'll get out of 5, and then at the end, we'll add up all the numbers and see what I ranked this season. Again, this is my opinion. Don't fire me up for it because it's my opinion. Let me know what you thought of Chapter 3, Season 1 down in the comments. So without further ado, let's get into our first section. So you're probably wondering what I mean by the preseason. I mean, from the live event until the season launch. This season was the weirdest downtime we've ever had. Well, the live event downtime itself wasn't weird, it's just... So after we went into downtime after event, it just put us on a floating raft, and over time we would float to the new flipped island. Yeah, that's cool and all. But here's how they did it. The update came out at 10 p.m., and then the season launched at 10 a.m. on Sunday. That is the weirdest season launch I think ever happened. That's not going to affect the ranking, but it's cool. It was more along the lines of things got leaked over a span of 12 hours, so it was quite a bit of a long downtime. And then I remember the weapons being leaked literally an hour before the update went live. I'm like, wow, it was so cool, honestly. And now we're done talking about the update itself. We're going to talk about the promotion. So Epic promotes their seasons. Well, Season 2 has gotten nothing, but you know. So here's how they did it. For everyone who tweeted the hashtag Fortnite flipped, we would get a chunk of the island revealed. So it was honestly cool. And then I remember when we finally completed it, we were super excited. So that was honestly awesome. Which I'm going to be honest, it was weird having the season launch at 10 a.m. because we were actually up and not tired. But yeah, that's the fun part of it, and I honestly can't wait to see when the next season launches, which is tomorrow as in time. So I think we have this first section covered. Let's cover the story next. Thing about the ranking, I'm not going to be doing that first section, but I'm going to be doing the story onwards, so yeah, let's get into the story. So after the island flipped, we learned the Seven's new Sanctuary Island. I guess their backup plan in case that one went bad. The story reminded me a lot of Chapter 2 Season 1's, where it was kind of 2 factions just picking at each other, and then the season is the big war later, so yeah, that's cool. And something I really liked are the scientist story tapes this season, and I think that's the way of telling the lore, and we learned that the paradigm is useful. We all thought she was not useful in Season X, but now she is, and I think she actually is returning back to the island next season? I don't know though. But the other side of the story was the IO trying to make their comeback to the island, which I think they did, because here's what they did. They drilled through the bottom of the island and kind of scoped out the area, and then they kind of put their own base smack dab in the middle of a giant mountain. Covert Cavern 100 drops, go watch it. Also, that beginning cutscene, I guess it's kind of like the opener of the season. It kind of explained what happened, and I think our goal is we're teaming up with the 7, us loopers, and we're going to try to outlaw the IO and get back and break the 0 point or something like that. Honestly, I'm not 100% sure, but I know it was amazing seeing all the 7 being a huge part of Fortnite again. I was quite a fan. And we also been having like foreshadowing map changes with the holes. The sinkholes are kind of like what the IO is drilling, and it's, you know how sinkholes work. Once it's like a less of a hole, it collapses. I think I'm horrible at explaining this. I'm quite sorry. But the final one hit a 7 outpost, which is not good. I should probably speak of the 7 outpost in the Sanctuary. So the Sanctuary is the 7's home, or home turf, yeah. It's where the 7s stay. I think the Foundation NPC is there. Then the outposts are kind of like the 7 guarding the island in each subdivision of it, which I really enjoyed. I feel like I should mention the last visitor tapes, which they're honestly very lore-filled. So the last, we're trying to get Paradigm communication back on the island, which is very important because we will be seeing her again, which is honestly very exciting. And then another one was scientists telling us loopers that we need to prepare for war because, well, this was 2 weeks ago, but he was like, we gotta prepare for war. It's not now, not tomorrow, but soon. We will be in war with the imagined order, or something like that. So that's important. Shows that next season will be IO war, which super excited. I'll make probably a predictions video tonight, honestly. That's really it. Not much else, but it had good lore, so I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It didn't have as good lore as I'd say Chapter 2 Season 5 or Chapter 1 Season X, but it still had good lore, especially for a Season 1 season. So, solid 4 out of 5 for the lore this season. Now let's move on to the Battle Pass. I don't know if I think this Battle Pass is great, or it's not bad, but it's not the best one we've had. I'd say it's a strong Battle Pass, so I think we're just going to go through the skins, maybe slightly talk about their sets, nothing much more, because the skins are really the meat and potatoes of the Battle Pass, so let's get to that. So the first two skins are Shanta and Ronin. We're going to talk about Shanta first. So they kind of brought back progressive skins with these first two, but the two Chapter 2 versions of progressiveness. Remember how Mando, you did challenges and you locked more of his armor? That's how Shanta was, which she was okay. I like the concept of the Shanta quest, and maybe they could do it again. I don't know. More armor, like through challenges. It gave a lot of XP, so that's what I really like about it. Next, we're going to talk about the Ronin skin. How he was progressive. It was like how Fade or something, because remember he had 3 stages. That's how Ronin was. Throughout the Battle Pass, you would unlock a different stage of him, which I liked when they did that. I don't know why. It makes me go back to him if it has more edit styles later on. And they were good. I just never really went back to him. He was just a mid skin. Will I maybe go back to him in the future? Maybe. And probably my thing about Ronin is that everyone's like, Ronin? That's Ronin from Titanfall 2. Some people will understand that. Next is the meme/troll skin, Lieutenant John Llama. It is a concept skin. I think it's the worst in the Battle Pass. It's just, I don't like buff skins with small legs. The only one that makes that work is Brutus at the bare minimum. It's just, something about tier 20 noob skins. They're just mid. I didn't like him too much, but he was unique. I think the main thing I remember about him is that near the NPC there would be like an 100% llama spawn. I don't have much to say about him. His set was a bit weak. Except his emote, the little monster truck thing, that was kind of funny. Now our customizable skin, Haven. Yeah, the customizability was super weak compared to Tuna Fish and Chimera. I hope they go back to the tier 1 crazy customizable next season, but it's alright if they have this. Her masks were, I don't even wear masks. I wear her hat style. Yeah, I'm not a fan of her. She's the second worst in the Battle Pass, but the Haven's mask thing was unique because they had us do some challenges, and it was like this paint splash, but we got feathers out of chest, something like that. And I hated doing the challenge where I had to hurt the combo. Okay, next skin. Next is the forgettable skin, which he was sadly forgettable, which I like this concept. It's Gumbo, heavy Gugamon vibes. Heavy, because he's kind of edgy. But he's like Benson from the regular show because he's a gumball machine. It's fine. But he's kind of eats his organs because he takes a gumball out of him and then eats it with the emote. I don't know. He's unique. I don't hate him. I actually quite like him. And my favorite part of the set is the glider because it has such a cool animation because you blow it and then you use the bubble gum as a glider. Super unique. Gotta like it. Also, his music pack slaps so hard, I'm not even kidding. Go listen to it right now on YouTube. Ah, so good. Okay, next skin. Next is the Harlow skin. She was actually pretty customizable and we didn't really realize it. I liked it, how you can intermix the colors, you can change how much of the biker gear she had on. I don't really have much to say about her except that she was cool biker skin. She's definitely not going to reign a lot, but I definitely will go back to her in future seasons. Also, her back bling is literally a 10 out of 10. I mean, her pickaxe is 10 out of 10. And her back bling's actually not too bad either. Okay, next skin. Next is the quote-unquote tier 100 Spider-Man. Okay, I wanted Spider-Man for the longest time. It's just I have a few gripes. Why is he tier 100? No, he's not even tier 100. An edit style is tier 100. I hate when they do edit styles tier 100. It ruins tier 100s for me. But if the skin was tier 100, I like it way better. But I love Spider-Man. He's my favorite Marvel hero. Wish we had him back in Chapter 2, Season 4, though. I will not lie with you, but that's quite alright that we don't. We have him now. I love him. I definitely am going to run him a lot after the season ends. So yeah, that's Spider-Man tier 100. I just wish we didn't have 2 Marvel tier 100s in a row. And from my here, I think next season we're getting another Marvel tier 100, so whatever. Now, I complained about Spider-Man that I liked him. Now we're going to praise this next skin. The secret skin of the season, the Foundation. Okay, member of the 7. That already makes this secret skin amazing. It's a original secret skin. Already makes it more amazing. Only problem is it wasn't secret, but I don't care. It's the Foundation. Freaking amazing. My favorite member of the 7. I just love the 7 as secret skins. Love the characters. So happy we got them. Rock face style. Absolute 10 out of 10. Love the skin. Probably my top 10 favorite skins. Thank you, Epic Games. And that's really what I have to say for the Battle Pass. I'm going to give this Battle Pass I'm going to say 4.5 out of 5. It's just good. It's just there's some things holding it back yet. So yeah, let's move on. Wow. The gameplay this season was phenomenal. Last season's gameplay was very mid. But they definitely cleaned up their act this season. Let's start with the map. I already made a video praising the map. The map is amazing. It's such a breath of breath air. Breath of fresh air. Wow. Okay, back to what I was saying. Best spot map, Greasy Grove. Love it. You guys know I do. I also was a fan of Covert, Crowd 2.0. I love Condo Canyon. Might drop there. So yeah, that's about it from the map. Now let's move on to the guns. Freaking love how they brought all new guns this season. It made the game feel so fresh, because after 4 damn years, we had the same guns. Nothing wrong with that. And they did it, and I loved it. And they also made amazing unvaults. They made unvaults that were last seen in Chapter 1. They made the grenade launcher, the heavy shotty, the machine pistol was new. Well, it's been in solid gold, but, you know, it finally came. The blog post even said, the machine pistol is here, finally. I love that. And then they also brought back quad crashers, also cool. I really missed those. And the Spider-Man web shooters were a 10 out of 10 mobility item, and I absolutely love. Okay, that was kind of fast synopsis of the loot pool. I'm going to break up with the guns and how I thought about them. But first we're going to talk about heals. They added the med mist and the guzzle juice. Yeah, the guzzle juice. I'm going to keep that starter in because, you know, why not? They were both amazing healing items. I don't get why they had the guzzle juice but not the slurp. Maybe next season, but yeah. Let's talk about shotties. They were horrible until they got buffed and they added the heavy. Yeah, I hate the auto shotty. I heard that the attack might return. I don't remember where I heard it from, but if it did, that'd be awesome. And the heavy shotty carried the season's shotgun pool. The striker pump, once you got good with it, it was good. This SMGs were busted as frick. They had to nerf the Stinger how many times? But you know, it was an alright SMG. Not alright, it was an amazing SMG. I really liked the Stinger. And the machine pistol, it's not a pistol, it's a laser. I liked both of them. The ARs. I feel mixed. I love it, but something's wrong about the ARs. The Striker AR is really good. Feels like the AK. Really like it a lot. And then the MK, it was really unique because we had our first-person rifle, not counting snipers. I like the scope on it. Just it kind of felt off without the M16/SCAR. They should unvault that. Now miscellaneous. Sniper, I hate the sniper. I don't like it. It's a worse semi-auto. The semi-auto, at least it has like 5 bullets of it. This has 3, and it's not a sniper. This thing is a joke. Bring back the hunting rifle or the heavy sniper, please. Or the bolt. I hate this thing. Grenade launcher. I love this thing. The rework made it so much better, and they had vaulted RPGs this season. So yeah, that was interesting. Then mobility items. They had boats, obviously. Swimming. That's not really mobility. Spider-Man web shooters. They're very busted, especially to the point where only 20 of, like, you can only have 20 shots of the web shooters in comp. Yeah, this thing was overpowered. And then quad crashers, they brought this back. Awesome. Cars, they're cars. And that's really it for gameplay. unless there's like more I'm thinking of, which I can't really think of off the top of my head. So, gameplay, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. Gameplay was near perfection this season. I loved it. Now for our final rankings of this season. This season, I liked it a lot. It's going to even up to a... evens out to a 13.5. I 100% agree with that. This was a good season. I'll see you all in the next video. Can't wait for season 2.